So we've spoken about squares, circles, rectangles, triangles, more geometric shapes. We haven't gotten to the more multiples of sides, but what we're going to do now is talk about the organic shapes. And this one actually really excites me because we can start getting into the movement and the energy of stuff. So when I talk about organic shapes, we're going to have something like a wobbly shape that can be a splat, a drip. We have maybe some elongated eyes. And then we can have like a spiral. Like obviously you can have that be very like rigid, but that's just what we're using right now. So when we all get into this, one of the things I do when I'm trying to make these shapes and everything work, or I'm stuck on something, I want to draw, I love to draw octopus or octopi or octopuses, however you say it. We're just going to draw an octopus. So I always start with just a soft circle. So I don't know where I'm going to go with it to start with. So we might do something where this one is reaching out really far for something, and we'll base everything else around that. So we're going to try and use some of these elements in here and see what we can come up with. So we need 8 legs, and we're going to come down here. See, I'm trying to like sort of get the flow. Now you see me doing these like soft like lines trying to get that. I'm not trying to actually believe you should try and do this, but just one clean line. But sometimes when I'm just like trying to get to the shape, you see I'm doing it so light you can hardly see it, and then I want to come in and pick my line, and so then keep it all as one line. So you see there's a little thing out here. I'm going to go, and with the octopus it can really like bend and twist and hold in. So we get this going around here. We might have one. This one's, let's maybe have it so it's being like tug of war or something. So we'll go like this one's pulling, and maybe this one's wrapping around. And what we'll do is have this one wrapping around a bit of coral. And it's good because coral is a bit of an organic shape as well. So I haven't looked at coral in a long time, but we'll sort of make it work. And what I'll do is also, while I'm here, is I'm going to add some just little texture for the coral, just so we know. A little bit of shade underneath that. I might commit to this line here, and then add some suction cups. And you'll see, like we were with the hatching, like closer and further away because that's stretching, but this is pulling closer. We'll match, so we've got 2. I wonder if every octopi has 2 sets of suction caps all the way to the end. But anyway, and so we'll do that. Right, so match some around here. It starts to come to life once you sort of start adding this stuff. So I've got 4 arms. I'm going to commit to this. This one here, I'm really going to like try and stretch out. See, I'm trying to be a bit organic. I'm not doing a triangle. I'm trying to stretch this one out along so it's coming in thinner. What's something in the ocean? Maybe, a message in a bottle. So we'll go like that. But we want this bottle not to be a perfect like shape, like it's been in there a while. So just committing to that. So let's get that sort of wrap around. Here we go. And again, so I'm going to go long small. And I'm even stretching out the suction caps, like they're being stretched. And there we go. Now I'll do this bottle, clean this up. So I think once we clean this up, we'll sort of figure out what we're doing with the other legs. Again, another little organic scoop. Oh, there's the timer. 5-ish, still having fun. So we're gonna get this. So we've got that sort of stretching out. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a curl here. I'm gonna come up thin in here, and I'm gonna use this spiral just at the top, and this is gonna make the message. And so we're gonna do a little knot around here, little hatching swells around there. We'll do an interior curl at the back, a little hatching at the bottom, and then we're gonna make this a little bit of sand there, a little bit of dark to give that a bit of ground. So we've got our tentacles coming here. We might have these start swinging over, so then they're just gives it a bit more life, like it is an octopus. I might push the head up a little bit like that. So you see I started with the circle, but I know that I need a little bit more life to it. So I'm bringing that out. Now we're going to add the eyes, because we might play along and go this. Do we need a mouth? Maybe, we'll see. So we might go like this. Yeah, no, a mouth, an octopus mouth down here. We'll start another leg under here, and then maybe bring it out. Again, I'm not trying to like fully commit, but I'm sort of seeing where the lines go, and I don't want to go like that, because that doesn't feel very organic, especially in an octopus. So I'm trying to curl it round. So this one's short and closer, so it's like it doesn't have to be as stretched out. It's probably a bit too fat still. We can always bring this in here, and we'll go circle, circle. And all these are really close. These are suction cups. Now, if I was doing this as a full sketch, like this is how I would start, and then I would go in and clean up, and I might adjust something along the way. So I'd give this a little bit of texture. I might give this a little hatching underneath, just because I don't want it to be a focal point. It's sort of sitting in the background, so we know it's a part of it, but we don't want that information at the front. So what we might do here is get this to come up as if he's like coming up. Maybe he's thinking about what he needs to do. Maybe that arm's just an annoying arm and it does what it wants. So obviously so we might go, sometimes you have to sort of map out where the top will be. Okay, we're gonna go like that. So real twisty. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, gotta fit 2 more. Sometimes you can cheat and you can go like, oh, this one just happens to be out here and not really doing much, and you sort of just like, let's do a hatching here. So that's out there. That's out another one that's sort of forgotten about, but you see the detail's less, so I'm not trying to be too detailed. Maybe we'll do the same for out here. We'll have one, and so you can pretend to draw from here. You don't touch the paper, so I'm like, there's where the leg would come from, so I'm like, okay, and then I might just go to here, because that leg is already all the way back down there, and I'm not trying to. So if I started it from here and had the leg out there, which we can see it can stretch out, but this is where our focus is, on this drawing. So we might do a little bumps here. But again, what we're going to do is try and match this here. We might give it a little hatching just here to show that it's, that might be a bit too much. So there are our forgotten limbs on this octopi, or octopus. So how do we want this one is trying to stretch, give it a mouth. It's trying to, it really wants this message. Squinting on one eye's opened on the prize. It's pulling it. We're gonna go like this, like that. And so what I'd go through is just clean up the stuff that I want. Even in a sketch, I might be like, okay, let me just clean up these lines, because if I'm going to use this for something else, like I might add hatching in there, might give him some bit more of a eyebrows if he's doing something on this one, and then I regret having that line there. But again, it's just a sketch. I'm not too worried about it, because if I was going to redo this, I would either trace it or take it into Photoshop or anything like that. And then what I might do is, we're on the ocean floor, and add a bit of seaweed just to show. And again, these are organic. These are just like, you're meant to feel like it's flowing, but it's not a focal point. It's not like, oh, let's see how this works. It's like, these are secondary to what's happening here. Alright, so there we go. We have some organic shapes sort of going on. And so I might put this in here. So he's still looking, but he's kind of angry. Get a little lip. And so you just see my thought process. Like I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's missing something. Oh, I need this. So a couple of these legs could use a little crease to show that they're working. This leg would probably be stretched out. This leg has a good crease. This here, I might do a little shadow underneath, just to show. That's probably a bit intense, but just sort of show what it's doing. And then even if I was just sketching this out just for fun, I might just test and see what it's like if there was a shadow, and make this a bigger shadow in here. So that's like sort of home base. And then this one is being stretched out, but I might make it a little bit rough over here because it's trying to get that. So yeah, there we go. Organic shapes, and we have our octopus. If there's anything you want to hear me move forward on or give it a shot, let's do these 5-ish minutes of learning how to draw.